morning, children. Welcome to your English video lecture. So children, as you all know that in your previous classes we were doing English literature. Now we will be moving to English language part. Okay, but before we go into the video, before we move into the video, I would like to say that as you all already know that your physical classes are started from 16th of August, right? From today your physical classes are actually taking place. So children who have already submitted their consent form, okay, they are coming to the physical classes and they are attending the classes. So here I will be explaining the part which I have already covered in the class. Okay, in the physical class which I have taught to the other children, the similar topic I am going to cover in this video. Okay, so the topic that we are going to talk about today is by the names pronoun. Okay, the name of the topic is pronoun, and we are going to talk about pronouns में what kinds of pronouns. Okay children, so here particularly in this video what we are going to talk about is what are the different kinds of pronouns, okay, and why we use pronouns, what is the general definition of pronoun, okay, and one more thing children, as you all are not coming to the classes, so those who are attending the classes, the physical classes, they know that when I have explained a topic, after that I gave them exercise as the homework part. Okay, so similarly here also I will be giving you the part exercise as your homework. So you have to do the exercise part by yourself, and you have, if you have any doubt related to the exercise, you can first of all you have to watch the video clearly so that you can understand that what are the things that you have to do in the exercise part. And even after that, if you are not able to understand the exercises, then you can ask me that ma'am, please explain this part little bit more. Okay, so now let's start our topic. So first of all, before we understand definition of pronoun, let's just simply see a paragraph. Here you can see that there is a little small paragraph is given, after which we will talk that what it actually means. Okay, Samira said that Samira had lost Samira's bag in the park. The bag was big and the bag was of red color. Malti, Samira's friend, told Samira that Malti would look for the bag. As the bag was red, the bag should be found easily. So here children, after reading this paragraph, what you have might have observed is that there are repetition of nouns. Let's say suppose Samira, right? Samira is used here. Again after some time Samira is used. Again Samira. So here the repetition of noun is happening, which is not actually very pleasant while you are speaking. Similarly, not only Samira, the other nouns are also used. Let's say for example bag. Here also bag. So here you can observe that different kinds of noun, the general noun in this conversation are being used again and again, which actually doesn't while you are reading a passage or while you are reading a paragraph, it doesn't suit your when you are reading it, it doesn't suit. So what happens to if we let's take another example. So this was the first example where we observe that the different kinds of noun are repeating again and again. Okay, so here the repetition of noun is happening, and due to that the paragraph is not conveying the proper essence, right? Proper essence of the paragraph is not we cannot understand it properly. Now let's move on to the B part. Now let's read this particular part and let's understand why basically we use pronouns. Samira said that she had lost her bag in the park. It was big and red color. Malti, her friend, told her that she would look for it, as it was red, it should be found easily. So here you can see that the highlighted part, these all are pronouns. Okay, and pronouns are used instead of using nouns, right? So here you can easily understand in the first line, Samira said that she had lost her bag in the park means who has lost her bag? Samira has lost her bag. So to avoid the repetition of noun, we have used a pronoun here, which is also helping you to understand the sentence, and also it doesn't feels annoying, or it doesn't feel bored to repeat the similar noun again and again. So this is one of a very very important reason that we use noun instead of noun, we use pronoun. So what is the general definition of pronoun? Pronouns are the words that are used instead of noun in speaking and writing. Okay, whenever we are, generally pronouns are used in the place of noun. Okay, and why we use pronoun? We use pronouns to avoid the monotony or repetition, monotony of repetition. We just want to avoid the repetition of the noun. So to avoid the repetition of noun, what we do, we, instead of using that noun again and again, we just simply replace it by a pronoun, which okay. So this is the general this is why we use pronoun. And what is pronoun? Pronouns are the words which are used instead of noun. I hope you understood this part, children. Now let's move on to some important points while we are doing the pronouns. So all the underlined words have been used in place of noun. So here in the above sentence, they are saying that all the underlined words, that like she, her, it, her, she, it, all these are used in the place of noun. Okay, so easily that you can understand that pronoun is helping basically us to understand that which noun it is, right? So a pronoun has the same position as noun. Position means if we want to remove this pronoun, we can simply add here the name of the pronoun, name of the noun. Okay. Second point is, like a noun, a pronoun is also a subject of the sentence and may have a direct object or indirect object in the sentence, like she is dancing. Next point is, like a noun, a pronoun is also an object of a sentence. Okay. Similarly, where in some sentences noun act as a object, pronoun also act as an object. Noun, like a noun, the pronoun should also agree with the verb in the substances. The verb means what? Verbs are the action or doing words. So pronoun, like noun, they also has to agree, or they also has to support the verb. Okay, the action words. A pronoun also has a number, like singular. For singular pronoun, what we use? I, you, she, he, it. Okay, and for plural pronoun, we use we, they, you. Okay, these type of pronouns are used for singular and plural. A pronoun also has a gender. Okay, like for example, he and his is used for masculine gender. Masculine gender is used is for males. Feminine genders, for feminine genders, what type of pronouns we use? She, her, herself. Okay, and for both, where I, you, we, it can be both, means it can be common pronoun. Till it is specified they are masculine or feminine. Okay, I hope children that you understood these points. Now let's move on to types, or you can say kinds of pronouns. So there are 7 kinds of pronouns. What are those? Personal pronoun, reflexive on emphasizing pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, and relative pronoun. So okay, so these are the 7 type of pronouns. Now we are going to talk about personal pronoun first. Okay, so let's see what are personal pronouns. Here children, so personal pronouns, they basically are of 3 ways, or you can say personal pronouns are also because they are also known as personal pronoun, so called because they stand for 3 persons. 3 persons means first person, second person, and third person. Now let's see what are first, second, and third person. Okay, so now let's understand that what is first, second, and third pronoun. So children, what is first pronoun? The pronouns which refers to the person or persons speaking are called proper pronoun of the first person. It means when the speaker, okay, it means when the pronoun refers to the speaker or the person who is speaking, okay, that is known as first pronoun. And for first pronoun, what are the pronouns that we use? Those are I, we, me, us, mine, ours. Like for example, if I say I have a blue pen, or if we say that we both are best friends. So here, who is the first person? The first person is speaker, who is speaking, right? I am the person, so I am the first person here. So who is the first person? First person is the person or persons who are speaking, okay, or who are, basically you can say they are the speaker, okay. Now for the second one, which is the pronouns which refers, okay, and in first person also there are singular and plural, okay. So if the singular person or the singular speaker is there, we are going to say I am like this. Or if plural, for plural what we are going to use? We, okay, understood? Now let's move on to the second person. What is second person pronoun? The pronoun which refers to the person or persons spoken to, spoken to, okay. The speaker is the first person and the second person is whom the speaker is talking, okay. So spoken to means जिससे speaker बात कर रहा है, that is the second person. So pronouns which refers to the person or persons spoken to are called pronouns of the second person. And for pronouns of second persons, what are the words that we use? You, yours, thee, okay. These are the pronouns that we use for second person, okay. Second person is who? To which the speaker is spoke, or you can simply say that spoken to, okay, to the person, which refers to the person or persons spoken to. Understood? Next is third person pronoun. Pronoun of third person. The pronoun which refers to the person or things spoken of, okay. Spoken of means the about which we are talking, that is known as person of the third, pronouns of the third person, okay. Third person is what? Spoken of, okay. Let me again mark it. So that is pronoun of third person. And for pronoun of third person, what are the pronouns that we use? He, she, him, her, hers, they. All these are third person pronoun, okay. Now let's recap that what is first person, second person and third person pronoun. First person pronoun is the which refers to the person or person speaking, okay. Yeah, for example, if you simply in simple words you can say the speaker, which tells us about the speaker, okay. Second person pronoun is what? The which refers to the person or persons spoken to, okay, which refers to the person or person spoken to. And the third person pronoun is which refers to the person or thing spoken of, okay, which refers to the person or thing spoken of. Here you can observe person or things are used, but here in both the above part, person or persons are used because the talking, the speaking and exchanging of thoughts can only exist between two persons, right? Two individuals, or maybe in group also, but two persons are required. But for the third person pronoun, it includes things also, okay. So I hope you understood what is personal pronoun, okay. Now children, you can see it in your books. I hope that all of you have books at your home. So in your book you have exercise number first, which is basically to fill the pronouns, okay. So I hope that you can do it by yourself. I want you actually to do it by yourself. So do it yourself. And if you have any question that ma'am, what is the answer of this section, you can ask me, okay. For your convenience, I am going to tell you the answer of first part, okay, which is the birds flew over the house. Did the children see who? Birds, right? See them. The first blank is them, okay, them. No, they did not see them. Okay, so this is the answer of the first part. Now I want you all to do the rest of the questions by yourself, and if you have any doubt in it, you can ask me freely whenever you have time. Okay beta, now let's move on. Now we are going to talk about reflexive and emphasizing pronouns. Okay, so what are reflexive and emphasizing pronoun? For reflexive pronoun, just let's see the part 1. Here you can see this part. So here let's observe 2 to 3 sentences. I blame myself for it. I blame myself for it. Here myself is a pronoun. Okay, we often talk to ourselves. Here ourself is pronoun. Okay, he hanged himself. Himself is a pronoun. So here in all the 3 sentences, first of all, let's read the definition of reflexive pronoun. Here, yes, the pronoun myself, ourselves and himself in the sentence grouped A, which is this one, behaves like an object to the verb. Object to the verb means, first of all, what is verb, children? Verb is the doing words, or you can say action words, right, which shows what action is being done. So here I blame myself for it. In the first part, the first sentence, what is the action that is being done? That is blaming, right? So here the verb is being, the pronoun is being used as an object for the verb, which is helping the verb to describe itself more clearly, right? But they refer to same person or as the subject. But they refer to the same person as the subject. So who is the subject in the sentence? Let's take example number 4. Okay, here. So first of all, the subject is you, right? And here what is the verb? That is enjoy, right? Yourself is the pronoun, which is basically referring to the subject, and it is also working as a object for the verb. Object means जिस पे action हो रहा है. Now it is clear. In Hindi I have told you that on which the action is being performed. Okay, so object is basically yourself. So here you can observe that subject is also there, and the pronoun is also referring to the subject, and it is also working as an object for the verb, which is basically describing, which is basically telling us that which action is being performed on the object. Okay, so those type of pronouns are known as reflexive pronoun. Understood? Now let's talk about B part. So here let's take two examples. First one and let's say 7th one. Okay, I myself was there. I myself was there. The town itself fell, or this one, 7th one, they themselves went there. So here in these 3 sentences, what you can see is that the pronoun myself, ourself, okay, himself, itself, in the sentence grouped B are used with a noun or pronoun for the sake of emphasizing. It is being used with a noun or a pronoun, right? Noun or a pronoun. Noun is name of a place, animal or thing. Pronouns are the words which are used for which is used instead of noun. So here when when a word is used with a noun or a pronoun to basically emphasize on it. Emphasize means to point out at it particularly. Like here in the first sentence you can observe that what is written, I myself was there. If suppose myself was omitted, let's omit the word myself from here. So simply the sentence will be I was there, which simply means that he was there, right? But here the word myself is emphasizing that I myself, मैं खुद वहाँ था. This is the meaning of the sentence. So here when the emphasis is being done, okay, that is known as emphasizing pronoun. Understood? That is emphasizing pronoun, children. So this was reflexive and emphasizing pronoun, and for reflexive and emphasizing pronoun there is exercise 2 and exercise 3. What you have to do in exercise 3 is Underline the pronouns in the following sentences and say which are reflexive pronoun and which are emphasizing pronoun. So first of all, you have to underline the pronoun, which is in, let's do the first part. First part, which is what is emphasizing, what is pronoun, that is themselves. Okay, reflexive, it is which type of pronoun. So how you are going to see it? You have to observe the sentence, that if the sentence, okay, if it has a verb in it, verb is hide, right? Verb in it, which is, and the pronoun which is used is basically acting as a object to the verb, and it also refers to the subject, which is the, right? So it is which type of pronoun? It is reflexive pronoun. Okay, children? Okay, so you have to do this in the first in the second exercise. Now let's move on to the third exercise. What you have to do in third exercise? Fill in the blanks with the correct emphasizing or reflexive pronoun. Okay, so you simply have to put the reflexive or emphasizing pronoun which you feel that the sentence is required. Okay, according to the requirement of the sentence, you have to fill the pronoun here, and the pronoun should be reflexive or emphasizing pronoun. Children, okay, so here we have done reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. Now we are going to move on to demonstrative pronouns. Okay, so now let's see what are demonstrative pronoun. Let's read few sentences. First of all, the first sentence is, this is my pencil. So here the highlighted word, which you can simply see here, that those which the highlighted words are they are the pronouns, right? It is simple to understand, all of you. So you can understand that this is my pencil. In this sentence, this is the pronoun. Okay, these are my books. In this sentence, these are the pronoun. Okay, these all are demonstrative pronoun. Now let's read the definition of demonstrative pronoun. In the above sentences, these, that, those, such are used to point out the object or objects for which they are used. Let's say, this is my pencil. So here the word pronoun this is basically pointing out that this pencil is mine, right? This is my pencil. These are my books. So here the pronouns, they basically are pointing out the object, right? Like objects like pencil, house, book, all they are pointing out towards them. Okay, next is, this and that, this and these refers to things near at hand. Okay, so when we are going to use words like this and these, when the things that we are talking about, they are just before handy, you can just reach out with your hands. And words like pronouns like that and these refers to things which are lying at a distance. Okay, at a distance means, well, let's say, suppose if I am saying that is mine, so by the pronoun that, you can understand that the object that I am talking about is lying at a distance. Okay, so these and that, this is used when the object is near, and that and those are used when the object is at a distance. Okay, children, now this was demonstrative pronoun. But what happens when we use pronoun with a noun? Okay, immediately just before a noun. Okay, if this is pronoun, right? But when with a noun we use the pronoun, it becomes demonstrative adjectives, which is basically pointing out that who is the owner of the object or objects. Okay, so whenever the pronouns are used with a noun, before a noun, okay, before a noun, it becomes demonstrative adjective. It becomes adjective. It works as an adjective. Here you can see, we see that this, that, those, they work as adjective. They works as adjective, not as pronoun when they are placed before a noun. Okay, so whenever these, those, that, these pronouns are placed before a noun, it works as an adjective. Understood, children? Okay, this was demonstrative pronoun. In demonstrative pronoun, the next exercise that you have is to underline first of all you have to underline the pronoun, right? Demonstrative pronoun or the adjective. So adjectives are what? Which is just placed before a. Let's do the first one, which is this pen is mine, that pen is yours. So here you can see pen is an noun. Pen is a noun, right? And before pen there is this is used, which is pronoun. So it works as a demonstrative adjective. Okay, it works as adjective. Here also after that pen is also demonstrative adjective. So first of all you have to underline the pronouns, okay, or the demonstrative adjective, and you have to also tell the first of all you have to underline the pronoun, circle the demonstrative adjective, okay, and you have to tell which one is demonstrative adjective and which one is demonstrative pronoun by underlining and circling it. Next is fill in the blanks with suitable demonstrative pronoun. So you have to use demonstrative pronouns to fill the blanks. So let's do the first one. Dash is my book, dash is yours. So this is my book, that is yours. Okay, so in the first blank we will fill this, and then in the second blank we are going to fill that. Okay, children? So yes, so children, this was the topic that I have covered in the class. So here I will be ending my video, and I want all of you to do exercise first to exercise 5th. This is your homework. As you all are not attending the physical classes, it doesn't mean that you are not supposed to do the homework. Okay, or if we are not sending the homework written way, it doesn't mean that we have not given you homework, because if you are not coming to the school, you have to watch the videos. That is a given thing, right? So if you are watching the videos and you know, if you are watching it clearly, thoroughly, so you will see that your teachers are giving you homework in the videos. So what is the homework for English grammar? Your English language homework is to do the exercise first to exercise 5 in your fair notebook. Okay, I want all of you to do this in your fair notebook, and if you have any questions related to the a particular part, you can ask me that. Okay, children, and if you ask me that, I will be explaining that to you in the next video. Okay, so here children, I will be ending the video, and I hope that all of you understood that what is your homework. Your homework, I am repeating again, that your homework is from exercise 1 to exercise 5. I have explained all the topics that comes under this these all exercises. So I hope that if you are watching the video correctly, you will understand the topics, and after that you can solve it by yourself. Okay, thank you students, and have a nice day.